Okay. So I'm constantly talking to people about what's already inside of them and bringing out those natural abilities to create this master dater, somebody that can just approach any woman at any time, get that number, ultimately get that date, and whatever else it is they're looking for. And so I tell people the approach is huge. You need to train yourself daily in being able to approach a beautiful woman. And you do that by learning how to approach anybody. You should say hello to 3 people that you don't say hello to each day. You should go out of your way to talk to people that you are uncomfortable talking to. You need to have the ability to walk up and approach a beautiful woman and compliment her without asking for a number or something else in return. Master the approach. Don't get all caught up in one single woman and thinking that she's the one on any particular day. Get prepared so that all the women out there that you have a possibility with. Okay, so well, what I just told this story just recently. Years ago, I was going to college and I was walking out to my car from my apartment, and I saw a woman putting gas in her Jeep. She was going to head down to St. George, Utah. And I noticed the college, icon on the back of her Jeep. So it came to my mind, I think she's driving down to St. George. So I went walking over and I asked her, hey, it's raining. Are you driving to St. George right now? Because you don't have, I didn't say any of this, but I could see there was no top on the Jeep. She just was not prepared to be driving in this weather. Utah weather's crazy like that. So she said, well, yeah, I am. And I said, look, my apartment's right there. I'm going to run over and just get a coat for you. I've got a ton of coats. Take it with you so that you're nice and warm. And when you're done with it, when you come back up, you just go over to my apartment, first door on the left, and you just set it inside my door. Door's always open. I got 3 roommates. They have no idea how to lock a door. And then we're good. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And I could already tell she was wondering, why was I not asking for a phone number? Why was I not asking for something for me, the man who always has a motive? Really, my motive was to just be me, to care about somebody that I don't know. There was I was totally confident because there was no fear that I wouldn't get that number from her or that I wouldn't be able to get something for me. I was just simply trying to help my fellow sister, really. So I gave that to her, and we parted ways. That was it. So a week goes by, and I come home from work one day, and I come walking into my apartment, and I actually did open the door. This is a long time ago. And there in the front of my little living room space was my coat and a little envelope. And the envelope, I opened it up and said, hey, thank you so much for lending me your coat. Here's my number. I would love to go out with you sometime. And this wasn't a surprise to me because this is the sort of thing that happens all the time when you're just living in the moment. And there's no fear inside you because you're putting something in your mind to fear. Had she not left her number, that was really a cool thing for me to do that anyway. And it was a great experience for her to have somebody step up and assist her, And so by just that being in that natural moment, the natural approach, there was a natural result, And so this is why I tell people, if you want to learn to walk up to a random woman and talk to her like I do, then do it without fear. And ask yourself, what is the fear? She may say no. Then take that out of the equation. Don't give her anything to say no to. Just walk up to her and say, hey, I like your shirt. Say it in a goofy voice, just like I did. And say, you know what? You really made my day. Throw in sarcasm. Sarcasm is so cool like this because it's kind of insincere. It's a little bit of a wall that we put up. but it's mild in that dose and it works. And so, and she says, thank you. You see the look on her face. He's about to ask for the number, and you walk away. And then you start to see that there was no fear in there. You might have asked for a number, and she may have said no, and that's not what the daily approach assignment is about. The daily approach is simply getting it into your core that you can approach somebody at any time. And don't keep it just to the female gender, or whatever your preference is. Here at work, there's this woman that walks past me every day, and I allow myself to pass by without saying hello. And one day I saw her far off, coming from wherever her car was in the underground parking lot, and I told myself, I'm going to say hi to her today. Now, the reason why there was a little bit of fear there is because every time she got close, she would look down. And I thought, oh, I don't want to look weird and be like, hey, hi, how are you? And it's the same dynamic, the same appearance of fear, that you would have approaching Christy Brinkley's lookalike. It really is. And so here we're walking up, and I got this big old grin on my face, and I kind of slow down, and I just stop. And she looks down, she looks back up, and I said, hey, how are you today? And she just she looked at me all weird, but I could tell I just made her day. I really did. Nobody says hi to this woman, ever. And so I then said, that's great. Well, have a good day. And I just kept walking, and that was cool. And I currently have a girlfriend that I'm very into. I'm not going about these kind of things. I want to say hi to people so that you never know why you're reaching out to somebody, but you need to come from the heart with these things. If you want to approach a woman because you're a creeper or something else, there's other assignments that I have that you can work on. We'll get past those, but all of them are going to have the element of coming from the heart. And we will definitely get there. So tune in next time. I think I hit stop, didn't I?